up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Driving with Randy. This is episode 48. How is everybody doing? For those of you that don't know, this is Driving with Randy, a podcast where I, Road Rage Randy, drive around. I get a little angry sometimes. But welcome to 48. I have a great show planned for you guys today. Right now, we are at a place called Portillo's. We're about to hit the drive-thru. Portillo's is a hot dog place that's well known in Chicago, and they started opening them up here in Minnesota. Well, they're pretty notorious. I've been here twice, and they're pretty notorious for not having a shake machine running. It's bad. So we're gonna see if the shake machine is running. So first I want to make sure they didn't take them off. Nope, they're right there. See, it says shake. So we're gonna get a large vanilla shake. Or strawberry. We're going strawberry. Can I get a large strawberry shake?
Okay.
That's it.
449 to window, thank you.
Yeah. Well, there you have it, folks. This is I've been here 3-4 times in my life, right? And I gotta pay with this, and I gotta give him 49 cents, so I'll give him 2 quarters. So I give him a 20 and 2 quarters. This is I've been here 4 times in my life. In 2 of those times, they shut the machine down. It wasn't working. So we'll see what's up. We got a pay here window.
449.
And he's hooking me up with my change. I was looking for exact, but that's all right. I got a bunch of change in my car. Life will be all good. I wonder if what's he doing with my money? Oh, he's got a fanny pack with money. What a guy. It must be standard.
1551.
Awesome, thank you. Yeah, buddy. We got 1551 in return. And we are at the next window.
Strawberry shake?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good day.
You too. What a company right there, folks. They hooked a brother up real quick. You saw how long that took, right? So this isn't even sponsored. I don't have sponsors. We're not that big of a podcast. This is episode 48. I mean, we're doing well. And I'm happy with our situation. This is fucking ginormous. I didn't know this is how large a large was. This is huge. This is probably 2,000 calories. Holy fuck. It's you ever go to the gas station and get a large pop? Yeah. For 99 cents usually? Yeah, that's how fucking big this is ridiculous. There's a stop sign right here. Alright? I'm going to make a turn. I'm starting to drive right here. And stop sign right here. Ain't that ridiculous? How unreal. They need to just put a roundabout there like they do in every other place. I am extremely early for work, so I'm pretty much at this point just driving around. But we got content to talk about. Lots of it. The shake is way too thick to even suck on. You know, I'm not a strong sucker. I mean, that's just how it is. I'm not gay either, if that's what kind of thing you were getting at with that comment. Nope, not me. It's so thick you can't suck it through the straw. It's ridiculous. I have a Dairy Queen spoon. I could pull over and do that. But we actually, fucking Christ, man. Are you gonna pass me? Douchebag. Jesus Christ. It's the lane ends, and then he thinks he's just driving alongside of me. You're an idiot, dude. I drive better than you. You drive a Honda with whiskey plates. That means you got caught drunk driving. you're a moron. Anywho, I feel like the shake will melt slowly as we progress. But I got one big thing I want to talk about today. Other than that, it's going to be a pretty short and simple podcast, just a shake run and some conversation, or a rant. I wouldn't even call it a conversation. It's a rant. It's straight up a rant. So yesterday I decided, you know what? It's time to upgrade my iPhone. I got an iPhone 7, and I was running 10.3 iOS, right? iOS 10.3. To give you an idea, yesterday was September 19th, and iOS 13 came out. So look, it's been that long since I have upgraded anything on my phone, right? So I'm like, yesterday, it's the day. Let's do it. So, me, being the great person that I am, I'm like, well, first off, I just want to clear everything on my phone because, well, okay, that actually sounds really bad and you'll understand why later. But I wanted to get all my pictures off my phone and onto my computer just because they're taking up too much room. So, I went ahead in the morning and I put all my pictures on the computer. And I thought, oh, yeah, nothing. I thought, okay, perfect. Time to upgrade to 13. So now normally I would do it from my computer, which I tried, but it wouldn't let me. It's like, would you like to install 12.4.6? And it's like, no, I don't. I would like to install 13, but it's like, it just kept wanting me to install 12. So I'm like, okay, fine. This shake is just really thick. Did I mention that? Because it's still really thick. We need to go south on this road. All right, so okay, fine, whatever. I'll just do it from my phone. It always takes forever when you do it from your phone and not from the computer, but whatever, we'll go with it. So it's like, would you like to install 13, accept terms, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Perfect. Now, when you do it from the computer, it automatically backs your shit up, right? But when you do it from your phone, I got iCloud off, and I don't like it just saving my stuff on the cloud, so I have it off always. And I just got a notification that was like, hey, it's been 60-some weeks since you last did a backup. Maybe you should do it. Like, fuck off, Apple. You don't know me. I do what I want. And then, so, like, 13, it's installing. I'm live tweeting, you know. Right before I did it, I said, please pray. I'm updating from 10.3 to 13. Send prayers. And guess what? Your prayers didn't work, people. It didn't work because midway through the update, I'm like, oh, all's good. It's almost done, right? And then it just, like, I don't know, the bar kind of skipped. I feel like it shouldn't have done that, but it kind of skipped. So, you know, there was something in me that was, what the heck? I didn't know there was a Costco right there. That's pretty neat. Not a sponsor, by the way, either. I just didn't know Costco was over there. Anywho, this is a construction clusterfuck. Is this guy gonna let me merge? Bro. Alright, this lady is, thank God. Alright, anywho. Oh, it was a guy. The lady's in the passenger seat. Anywho, so we're like, it kind of skipped. I feel like it shouldn't have done that, but, you know, it is what it is. And then I get the Apple logo, which, you know, it's usually just up there. So I think, oh, yeah, no big deal, right? And then it keeps, like, shutting down and then coming back with the Apple logo. I'm like, well, nothing big. And then, like, 30 minutes later, it's doing the exact same thing. I'm like, oh, God, I messed up. My phone is not working now. Now what do I do? So I have to force reset it, right? So I force shut down, and it finally stops restarting. I'm like, okay, good. So then I force restart it, and it just does the infinite loop again. I'm like, all right, take to Google. And it's like, just put it in DFU mode, which is like the factory setting, and then you can restore it. And I'm like, oh, yeah, or something like that. Right? No big deal. So I put it in DFU mode, and then it's like, where do you want to restore from? I'm like, oh, my fucking phone, that's where I'd like to restore from. And it's like, no, you can't. You got to do it from the iTunes. So I'm like on iTunes, and you know, the last backup was from like, I think it was March 2016. That's 3 fucking years ago, folks. 3 years ago was my last restore. It's like, well, now I'm kind of like mad, because I just thought, hey, it's going to change my background, change my apps, no big deal, right? No. It's a big, sorry, I had to just stop in my middle of a rant to get my suck on the strawberry thing, and it's like, it's too thick. It is still too thick. It's 90 degrees out, and it's too thick. What did they do to this shake that made it that thick? They put some booty in it or something, a thick ass, something like that. Anywho, back to my rant about the iPhone, right? So I'm like, I get back on it, and it's like, oh my God, everything's gone. Pictures gone, which is fine because I had them all on my computer. And then I'm like, no. I go to an app called Google Authenticator. So Google Authenticator is a 2-step authentication app. So every time you try and you can set it up with different accounts. So I have 2 RuneScape accounts, a Discord, and both my emails set up to 2-step authentication on Google Authenticator. Which means anytime I log in, I have to go to a Google Authenticator, and it gives me a code, and then I have to type in that code. So it's pretty much I have to have my phones on me in order to get on stuff, which is fine. But it deleted everything off my authenticator. So I didn't have access to either email. I didn't have access to either RuneScape account or my Discord. So thank God I have my phone number. I have my phone number set up. So it goes, this was a blessing. I have my phone, I'm going to go watch the trains for a little bit, actually. We're by that road. So it was an absolute blessing. I have my phone number set up to my main email, so you can use your phone as a authentication as well. So it let me do that. It let me do my phone authentication, and I get in my main email, which is great. That is great news. So I disable Authenticator, I put it back, boom, my main email I have access to, which is good because then I can change my email on other things. And then I get to thinking, what else did I lose? I had to have lost more stuff, right? Long story short, I got all my emails, I got all that fun stuff back, right? And then I get to thinking, oh no, I go into my voice memos. My voice memos is where I record my podcast. That's where the magic happens. I use the default. And for those of you that don't know, when I say I'm using crappy material, I'm using an iPhone with the voice memos app with the Apple headphones. Like, that's how advanced my podcast is. It's not advanced. Anyone can do it. Anyone can start a podcast. And my podcast just happens to be popping. We get loads of viewers. Yep. It's still too thick. So we're going to go watch the trains and drink this shake. More like eat this shake because we can't drink it. It's too thick. Anyways, carry on. I'm like, no. I lost all my pre-recorded podcasts. Every single one of them. And then I get super mad because episode 47 was on there. The one I just got done, you know, the one before this, 47, my macaroni rant, like, right? Priceless, absolute banger of a macaroni rant, right? Like, that is some quality content. It's like 43 minutes. You can't recreate 43 minutes of me talking. You just can't do it. It doesn't work that way. I couldn't tell the same story the same way. That's not how this podcast works. This podcast is just whatever comes to my mind I say. And it's like, that was 43 minutes of solid content. And it's out the door. It's gone. All because my iPhone decided, hey, we want to update to 13. We might as well just delete everything and just completely mess up everything. I was unbelievably angry when I found out that 47. So then I start digging around on my computer, right? There's another car here. He's just like leaned back. I don't know. He's here for a drug deal or something. That man's like, I don't know if he's resting, looking for a drug deal, but we're here for a shake, I'll tell you that. Shake into train watch, because we're right by the tracks. This is my location. I used to come here. I used to leave like 15 minutes early for work just to come here and chill for a little while. But we got a shake today from Portillo's. All beef, burgers, salads, something like that. Portillo's delivers. Order online. This is not an advertisement. So we'll hear a train here eventually. So then I get to looking on my computer. I'm like, oh my God. I open iTunes and there it is. Voice memos. It automatically, when I sunk my pictures, it automatically brought my podcast onto iTunes. So like, that's a blessing. We didn't lose any we didn't lose any podcasts. 47 was the one I was concerned about, but there was some other little clips in there that I wanted. The next thing I was super mad about was I lost all my notes. I use my notepad for everything on my phone. Anything that comes to my mind. If I have an idea for a podcast, if I have a life idea, if I have some kind of a goal I want to do, I write it down in my notepad. And I probably had 50 or 60 notes in there, and I use it frequently. And they're all gone. Every single one of them is gone. I'll definitely live. I got everything. So right now I'm on iOS 13. The voice memo app is new. Pretty much everything is new. Like 10.3 is a lifetime ago. Like that's ancient Egypt compared to what this 13 is. And I'm liking it. I'm able to have a app called Anchor. That's what I host my podcast on to get to my RSS feed. And I have the app now on my phone, which is great because then I get to, I can view statistics while I'm not at home. I can put together a podcast while I'm not at home. It's just great. I'm opening it right now, actually. So I'm podcasting, and maybe I have data turned off for it. I think I have data turned off for it because it says I have 0 total plays, and I know that's wrong. That is 100% wrong. But that's what I use. I turn data off for a lot of stuff. Actually, because this is new, data is on for a lot of stuff right now. So I have to turn that off eventually. But yeah, it's absolutely great having that on my phone. Everything's updated, and I must say overall I'm pretty happy with it. I'm, pretty upset that I lost some of my notes, but I got over it pretty quick. The most sad part about the whole thing about my iPhone breaking, or, is 90 degrees, and this is the thickest shake ever. It's almost getting suckable. It'll melt eventually. Yeah, I have everything back. Yes, the worst part was it all happened right before I went to work. So, my car ride to work, I was thinking about podcasting, but I was too angry. I probably would have cried like a little baby because that's how I am. I'm emotional sometimes. And it was getting to me. It was irritating, but I spent majority of my night at work. Don't fire me for wasting company time. I promise I wasn't on my phone. Yeah, I was on my phone the whole time. That's right. Any supervisor at work that listens to us, I was on my phone the whole night trying to get my stuff back. It's more important than doing work for you. Hey, I'd rather get paid to get my stuff back than do it at home anyways, right? Right? That's a good point. Where are the trains? We are right by the main line that leads into the BNSF yard. And it comes from the place where so it goes Auto Racks, and then this goes down to Red Wing, Minnesota. It's the main line, BNSF, but I guess no trains want to come through. We'll get one here eventually. That's really all I had to say. Was I updated my iPhone. We're using the new voice memo app, and I like it. I like everything so far about the update, and yeah, that's all we got. We just got a rant about my iPhone today and this thick shake. I want to thank you guys very much for tuning in. If you listen on iTunes, I want you to go leave a review. 5 stars, 4 stars, 3 stars, whatever you think. And I want you guys to get totally hyped up because episode 50 is coming out soon, and episode 50 is a quality podcast. So this is episode 48. We've got 2 more to go. Episode 50 is going to be spectacular, and I don't want you guys missing out on it. I want to thank you guys very much for tuning in, as always. Yeah, follow me on Twitter, @ThoughtsByRandy. I just had a porn star follow me on Twitter. Doubt they were listening to the podcast, but if they're from the podcast, hi, welcome. It's one of those spam accounts. It's not a real porn star. It's a spam account, but imagine, just can't imagine a porn star listening to Driving with Randy. Maybe that's goals. That is our goal in life. Have a porn star listen to Driving with Randy. Anyways, hit up my Twitter @ThoughtsByRandy. Go on to the Reddit, Driving with Randy. Don't use it. No one uses it. There's 3 people there. I know who me and one of the people are. I don't know who the other person is. Maybe it's another porn star. I don't know. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. And get hyped because episode 50 is right around the corner. Peace.